I had went over this on several different platforms, right?
Okay.
And then somebody took all of the clips and put them together, and they titled it "Rod Hayes: How I Became Chief Pontiac," and it got all of the little pieces of the story put together in one reel.
I say. Yeah, I'll pull it up.
And in fact, I'm gonna send it to you so you can post it in the comments
Okay.
because I really don't want to go over it again.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, I'll do that. High Priestess said her son is a great. Yeah, I'm gonna share it real quick. High Priestess, I'm gonna put it in the chat. And then let me see. All right, I'm pulling that up right now. High Priestess, I'll get it to you in a minute. Put it in the comments, and then let me see. And then also,
All right, I sent it to you. You put it in the comments.
Okay, I'll put that in there too.
So, just a little thing about chiefs. All the chief is the head of the household at home.
Okay.
You're not a public chief until you call to do public service for the people based off what you've learned in your life.
Mm.
When I was in the penitentiary, they called me Dr. Rod to Walker University. Right? Now we get to now Chief Pontiac Rod Hayes, and the chief, the leader of this family, have to first be signed off by the parents and siblings. Then they sent to go stay with relatives. And when the relatives determine that they're going to be a competent leader, they sign off on them. Then they send them to the community. When the community examine you, they put you through the rigmarole to determine if they're going to accept you as a chief. Then when your community accepts you as a chief, they send you out to other communities to be tested and tried by other chiefs according to their skill set and their specialty. Angel Bass sent G. Kirk in Motown to check my chin, and he didn't even know that. He didn't even know my mama was his auntie. Right? He was married to my cousin, and he knew my mama real well, but he didn't know who I was when he seen me. But he checked my chin. So any of you Stones in Motown that know G. Kirk, ask him about a Maggie nephew who chin he checked back in the day. He found out that the chin was solid and the right wasn't half bad.
Look. You answered the question.
Look, in that same vein, if you in Motown and you folks go on 50th and ask about Oileyhead, because he was the region I was under in Motown on 50th when me and my cousin Craig was putting in work on the blue side.
Mm. Yes, sir.
My bicycle homie just killed himself couple months, about a month ago.
Damn. You about to know.
Yeah. He stayed on me.
Mm.
Right? I don't be making this stuff up. It be sounding like, how can one person do all this shit?
Man, listen.
I be saying the same thing. I be like, damn, I can't believe I done had all these lifetimes in one lifetime.
Bruh. It's deep, man, because I be thinking about stuff like that too. And it's so funny because yeah, I think honestly, which is crazy, but I think me and you, we probably like went places and covered more ground than I have with damn near anybody else on the show. The only other person I feel like I might could say that with is Baba Ifa Carter, because we did so many shows together. We covered a lot of ground. But when me and you do shows, we go. Like, we go places. And what's funny about it is I don't even think I've known you 3 months yet. But I can't tell you how many people be like, yo, I would have thought y'all grew up together. I'm like, bro, it's just certain frequency just fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Because what I do know is this not the first time we've done this? I remember me and you spoke off air about somebody that you're related to, and I ain't gonna mention the name, but I know you know who I'm talking about. But and the roles that y'all come back as, you know what I'm saying, like when y'all come back, and I was just thinking like, yo, that's dope because I know for a
I know
fact
you
this is
talking about Big Brother Almighty.
yeah. Look, I'll put it like this: I'm repping some of his. I'm repping some of the jewels. So I was just like, bro, like this ain't the first time we've done this. Like because I don't know which time or which lifetime or none of that, but I know familiar souls always coagulate back to home base with other familiar souls. That's just how it goes.
So the way that I describe it, I say we come in teams,
Yes, yes, yeah. Like SEAL
right?
Team 6. Yep.
Yeah. So like the same energy that brought me to the forefront is the same energy that bringing Ibrahim Traore over there to the forefront,
Yes, sir.
right? And I can go from community to community showing you we got a dog in every fight. I know where all the dogs that represent what I represent. It's just that some of us don't know where they dog at in the fight and they grab the wrong dog, get bit, and then they be mad at the dog. You should have knew your dog.
Bruh. You said something there, boy. You said something. Bro, I was just having a conversation last night. And I'm outside just watching the stars in the sky. I think I saw a couple crabs too. I ain't bullshitting either. I think I saw a couple of them come in and pop back out. And I ain't had no phone or nothing. But when it happened, I was out there with my dog. And shout out to Chapo. And he's sitting there chilling. And then, the brother I'm talking to, I somehow spoke about him. I spoke about my dog, and bro, I promise you, I got receipts for this too. I promise you. As soon as I said what I said, he just started barking. Like I mean, and he kept barking. It wasn't no one or two bark. Like he went in, like, yeah, I know you talking about me, but he must have heard something too because of the way he kept barking. But as soon as I started talking about him, he started. But we both laughed. He like, boy, yeah, he know. I was like, yeah. I said, look, that's alignment. You talking about divine alignment? That's divine. That's divine alignment. Boy, when you communicating with nature and the elements, you know what I'm saying? Like that's dope.
That's
That's real
turning
dope.
into your primal self too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Look, and
Most of the dog men is the ones that's loners and they spend a lot of time alone. So nature just make them attracted to dogs as a companion
yes,
because of the loyalty factor that come with the dog. If I'm walking my dog, he's just as friendly as he want to be. But let a dog run up to me like he about to go into some action, all bets off. My dog just turned it from cringer to battle cat.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Now, that's a real thing. Oh, all right. See, spirit in the night, man. I might do something I thought I never would do. I might have to do it
Look,
tonight.
I'll tell you something happened. My dogs don't be aggressive to people, right? So I tell people, I say, if my dog don't like you, you can't come around me, right? So I'm down on the dock one day, and I get this eerie feeling, right? And my dog jump up, right? I turn around and look over my shoulder, dude walking up the dock, and my dog is like lit up, like come down here, mofo. And I say, hey man, stop right there. He stopped. I said, don't come down here, because if my dog bites you, I'm whooping you.
Mm.
We in this together.
Yes, sir.
He don't act like this. So there's something wrong with you and you can't come down here. And he was like, but I'm okay with the dog. No, you ain't okay with this dog. He telling you to stay back. And if my dog bites you, I got to whoop you.
Yes, because
Because
you
he
do
not
that.
aggressive to people like that. Yeah, he generally not aggressive like that. You coming down here on some shenanigans and the dog ain't buying it and I ain't either.
Bruh. Well, that's so real. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
but
real.
he was froze there for a minute. And I say, I'm going to untie this dog if you don't leave. Right? I say, and I'm telling you now, when my dog bites you, I'm whooping you. He's like, don't untie him, don't untie him. I'll leave, I'll leave. Yeah, I know you will.
Yeah,
I guess a sign at the front door when you come in the house. They say all visitors must be approved by the dog.
I know that's right.
If
Yes,
you
sir.
if you got a friendly dog, they get aggressive with somebody. Keep that SOB away from you. The dog is telling you they ain't no earthly good.
Bruh, that's so
Look,
real.
I had a friend, and when I was a teenager, I had a white pit named Crystal. All my friends, if I don't sick her on them, she cool with.
Mm-hmm.
But one, I should have let her tear that nigga ass up.
Bruh. Like I know you talking real talk because for one, shout out to Ibatinu to Nino Bishop, which I think he came up the last time we was on the show. Nino Bishop Brown.
Man was Bishop Majestic Black Magic.
We talked about that too. That's why I said this ain't no coincidence. Like they and I believe they was around and alive at the same time too. They both was out here with the shits and wanted all the smokes too, both of them. But
And look, my sister told me one day, she said, "Oh, you ain't gonna never have another dog like Bishop. He was you in a dog body."
bro, I swear, oh man, I wish my cousin was on here. He might be, but bro, on God, man, that's how it was with me and Nino. And Nino, he was as aggressive as he was with other animals. Like I said, he'll fight a gerbil to a damn bull or bison. Elephant. He wanted all the smoke with any and everything, no matter how big or small. He wanted it all. Like, but with me, it was funny because he was great with people. He was great with babies. He was great with children. He was great with everybody. But
That's
anytime
Bishop.
anytime he took off on somebody, I knew right then because I can count on one hand how many people he took off on. So I know it was something wrong with them because every animal he ever encountered, he wanted all the smoke. But when it came to people, he was good with babies. Like I was nervous at first when I had my first one because I was like, yo, he better act right because I love you to life, but you gotta go because that's what I'm saying, that's my young king. But man, he was on him I had to kind of let him know like, bro, don't you try that because he was like ready to try to, I guess, protect him and like kind of like stand in front of me. I'm like, all right, now you know what time it is. But I say all that to say he was great with people. So the few people that he did want to get to, I knew it was something definitely wrong with them people because the same as that thing, like
It-
I
it-
want to have
the way
now. He,
the way that I train my dogs,
mm-hmm.
if they don't like you, I'm not dealing with you.
Nah, me either. There's no need, no need
Mhm.
whatsoever. No need. I got to share the
Look,
cash out.
Bishop had a son named Seven, right? And I'm in the garage. I got Seven, and then my brother got a lab mix,
Mm-hmm.
um, named Yaki. And so we out here outside in the garage, and somebody in the bushes. Yaki went one way to chase him, and Seven went the other way to try to cut him off. I was like, look at them working as a team, and they ain't never met before.
Bruh, look, it ain't no separation with spirit. It's all connected. We all
Yeah,
connected.
man,
Like,
dude was getting in the wind. I don't know what he was doing in the bushes because there wasn't no bushes by the sidewalk, and then they was like up in the yard.
mm,
Right, but the dog, but I was going through some stuff back then, so it could have been somebody coming for me. But the dogs wasn't playing. They was at him. I had to dive on them.
bruh.
They was gonna get him.
Yeah, I had a situation like that with Nino. I remember it was my housewarming party actually with my first crib, and it's like, mind you, I had a whole, I don't know how many people was there, but it was a nice size amount of people there, and he was cool with everybody, bro. Like everybody coming in and out. We got people in the front of the house, people in the house, people in all the areas of the house, people in the backyard. Everybody chilling. You know, we barbecuing, playing spades, everything we do. And man, I promise you, when one of my homeboys, you about to know, he just transitioned this year too, but one of my a partner who I used to work with came, bro. When he came on the street, I cannot make this shit up. When he turned on the street, Nino went crazy. Like he ran from wherever he was at, went right in the front window, and he was going berserk. Like, I mean, he was going crazy to the point, bro. As the brother got there and came to the door, I had to lock him up. Now, mind you, we got, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 60 people there. He's good with everybody, children, babies, everybody. He's good. Everybody, ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody asked me to put him up because he's cool. This one brother came, bro. He went ape shit, bro. I had to lock him in the cage because he wasn't having it, and I know the reason why he was like that. But you know, it wasn't nothing that had to do with me. But he did have something that I knew personally that he did that I feel like Nino picked up on, and that's why he was like, I ain't fucking with this dude, bro.
That's the difference between me and you. Because if my dog would have reacted like that, and it's a house full of people, you can't come in here.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not letting you cross my threshold. Your energy ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't coming in here. If my dogs tell you you ain't coming in, I'm telling you the same thing. We on the same page.
Mm-hmm. And I get it, and I agree with you. But what I'll do is I ain't gonna share it on here. But when we talk off here, I'll tell you what that reason why it was, and I think it'll make. I know it'll make a lot more sense to you. But that's what I know why.
It don't.
How
It don't matter. It don't matter what the reason was. I could have knew the reason the dog didn't like him. If my dog don't like you, you're not coming in the house.
Oh no,
Because
I
if you,
feel
I'm not putting my dog up. First off, I'm not putting him up. I'm not putting him up. He live here. You don't.
listen.
So if
We
you
we
say you can't come in, you ain't coming in. I'm gonna come outside and talk to you.
no, we
Bye.
right. Cause look, I let him out. I let him in. I let him come in. I put Nino up for a minute, and then I was like, all right, bro, I gotta let him out because, like I said, we are like, and I'm like, this is his house, and he has the right to go wherever he want to go, whatever he wants. So I let him out, right? And he ran right up on. I was like, oh my god, like he really was not having it. So bro knew what it was. He ended up going outside, smoking a cigarette, chilling out there. But he knew what it was. So it's like I had to let Nino do what he do because that's his house. But it's just crazy because
My
that's a
dog bites you, I'm whooping you. That's all I can tell you. If my dog bites you, I'm whooping you, especially at my house.
I got a few stories I'm gonna share with you off the air about that because I had a couple of situations where I was ready, I wanted to, but whoever that person was,
Look,
they took them all the way in.
I told my mama about my dog hate my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me, you better listen to your dog. I said, Mama, always listen to my dog. That's why
Right.
I'm telling you my dog don't. And she was like, that dog know that SOB ain't no earthly good.
Mm-hmm. That's facts.
Or he
That's real.
don't mean you no good is what she said. He don't mean you no good.
That's facts. Yeah, that's real. They tell you, and I know you know this too. Like I could literally, like even with Chapo, and Chapo's the polar opposite, and I love it because he, I feel like hell. I feel like what's crazy? That's dope, man. This just literally just hit me just now. I would say it crystallized or it made sense, but I guess Nino was like me. I wasn't like that as far as wanting to smoke with people, but if people came at me, I
I
kind of
was.
like. I didn't want it. I didn't look for it. Nino looked for it and wanted it. I didn't look for it. I still don't, and I don't want it. But if you come and give it to me, I'm gonna give it back. That's all. That's how I am. But Chapo though,
I'm
Chapo is
saying 50 explained it the best. 50
I'm gonna
say,
highlight
50 say, 50 say, I never want a problem. But when they got a problem, I say, no problem. And now I'm the problem.
you. That's why I highlighted you because I knew that was coming. But I had with Magneto Stone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like spirited, man, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, man. But hey, I know the timeline that we had, Big Chief, and I'm gonna make sure I stay respectful of your time, man. But with that, um, last question I got is when it comes to September. I know you've had several downloads and just different I feel like interactions with spirit or with just the energy of the divine communicating with you. Have you had any updates or is there anything that you might want to share with us or forewarn or just prepare us for, equip us for or with, in regards to
Whatever it
your
is, it's going to be some good stuff.
you want to drop it
But
now?
look, it is something that's going on that we ain't paying attention to, though.
Go ahead. I'm
They
hot.
had a massive thaw in the Antarctica, 1101, 1110, born again. This melt has caused the ocean current to reverse. I mean, it was a rapid melting of a large portion of ice, which is only normally done by energy weapons because you can't melt ice that fast with a blowtorch. And they said that it upset the salt balance in the ocean by melting that sizable portion of ice at one time, but they don't know what caused it. So they say. I don't believe that they don't know what caused it. I believe that they don't want to tell us what caused it.
What do you think was the
Changing the
cause?
current. So we're looking at the return of the sweet water because you got to remember that the ice is fresh water until it's melted into the ocean.
Mm-hmm. It gets mixed with the salt, right?
Mm-hmm. Because
Mm.
the salt don't freeze. When the water freezes in the ice, it purges the salt. Just
That's
like trying
deep.
to freeze alcohol.
Well, that's you look. That's the second time today that happened. I think my mama did that to me earlier. I was like, man, mess around and drove me off the road if I got to share my little 2 cents. But you did the same thing, like, bro. I was gonna say that because the only other element that I know personally, I know of that doesn't freeze is alcohol. So how does like the two? Because they're different. Okay, so how does that?
Salt got a lower freezing point than regular water. Regular water freezes at 32 degrees. The temperature had to be below zero for the salt water to freeze. But once it freezes, it purges itself of the salt. The first warm day, it'll start melting.
Yeah, that's that. Okay, so that's deep. Okay, so now this is where my little spidey senses is sending me. So when it comes to that to me reminds me of the opposite of like, so for example, with the ice or the alcohol and the salt water not freezing. So would that be like the reverse polarity of like how when we boil water with the heat, it kind of like eliminates like bacteria, and like impurities and all that stuff too? Is that like the
Yeah.
opposite end of the
Well,
spectrum?
it kill living bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have like trace metals that's toxic, they just gonna concentrate.
Mm.
If you boil salt water until the water boil out, you have salt at the bottom of the pot. But all of the water that left won't have no salt in it.
Wow.
You can't
That's
drink salt water because the saline concentration is higher than the saline concentration in the blood, right? Which is the salt level.
mm,
So when you get a IV and they give you salt water, they giving you that salt in the level that's compatible with the human blood.
mm.
That's what the saline drip is. It's water, but it's salt water.
You talking about
But it's
like
not
people,
as salty as ocean water.
right? And that's the one they use like in the hospital and all that when people are dehydrated,
Yeah,
right?
saline. Yeah. If you put salt water in there, it's going to cause massive problems. If you put ocean water in there,
Mm. Yeah. Well, there's that. Yeah. And we just had a dope conversation yesterday. HPS Empress Yemaya Faye. Like, we had a dope conversation. She went in too, but it was dope.
keep
Huh?
rolling,
Yes,
rolling,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
keep
Yeah,
rolling.
we ain't having none of that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, Big Chief, and shout out to the tribe who showed up, man. We appreciate all of y'all. Show some love and support for the time and the energy, the efforts and the wisdom, being dropped by Big Chief and all of our guests for that matter. And then shout out again to the brother Arisha Stone. I'm gonna keep flexing with the jewels that man he sent to represent on the channel, man. So we're gonna definitely continue to do that because he got some powerful pieces. So I look forward to receiving some more packages. And matter of fact, I got some more family I'll be sharing too that he sent to me to share with the tribe. Anybody want to jump on some, man, we got that work, when it comes to the stone. So with that, Big Chief, I appreciate you, brother. I can't thank you enough. It's always been a pleasure, always an honor, and always a damn good time and conversation, man. So with that, much love, much appreciation to you. Yes, sir. Bang banging at his
Well,
spine.
I ain't got much longer to be on social media. Then I'm
I
gonna be
know.
retired, living my life.
Listen, I know, and look, that's why I'm trying to get it in when I can, man. Get it in and make it do what it do. Cause look, if it wasn't for me being obedient, I wouldn't be here now. But I still look. I know what my marching orders was. And I know what they told me I'm supposed to do. So therefore, I'm gonna make it do what it do. And then they give me the pass. Social media too. But I ain't gonna do it before I get that green light. Yes,
I've
sir.
been kicking and screaming the whole time, so
Listen, you and me both. Tribe, y'all forgive me, but that's a real thing. But I'm gonna be real though. I feel everything. Like for real, I feel everything. So it's like feeling everything and being an empath, someone who absorbs different types of energies and frequencies and vibrations. It's not healthy for you to be exposed to a lot. Like just to be real on a serious note. So that's why I am, like you said, a loner. I am someone who stay. I like to stay in my little turtle shell, man. I pop the head and limbs out to do what I got to do, and I'm popping back in that thing so I can stay true because I know what it is. But I still, I
I'm a
committed.
firm believer that if I stay in my own lane and run over anybody that get in my lane, if you in my lane, you better follow the leader. But anybody, as long as I stay in my own lane, I'm gonna get to the destination I'm supposed to be at. That's why I don't be swerving over in other people's lane. I don't got time for that. I don't want to be part of the energy that ain't part of what I'm talking about.
That's fast, bro. And it's so funny because I remember the last time I saw Professor Kaba in person, he was down here in Jacksonville. Excuse me. And that's one of the major key parts of his presentation was about staying in your lane, or him staying in his lane. He's like, my lane is education. Like, that's what I do. I'm gonna stick with education, and education. I feel like I can go out there. I could do like Mike, in education. But you ain't gonna get me on the basketball court. You ain't gonna get me in a music studio. Like, he just went in like, excuse me, what he's not gonna do coming out of his lane. But I respect that because it was so real. I can't even break it down like nowhere near close to how dope he did, but that was like the concept of it. But it resonated with me because that goes back to me. Like, I only talk about stuff that I know. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't know it, I'm gonna be yeah, I don't know about that. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? But what I know, and I got receipts. But I know I'm here to do what we doing, and I know we're doing a damn good job, and I appreciate you. And shout out to the tribe because they doing what they do too. And shout out to, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but they said finish it live at 11:10. That's funny because I think that was a number that was in today there was 11:01, 11:10 born again.
Mm-hmm. 17 born again, ain't that something?
Yeah, and look, 11,
So
11 boy.
the last thing I'm gonna say is this: most people don't know that they not staying in their lane when they putting their nose in other people's business. If you don't know them people that's talking about that topic and you don't know nothing about the topic and you start butting in with negative interjections, you in the wrong lane. Just so you know. That's it.
Message Tommy Davidson in living color. And we've had that on the channel a few times, and I try to tell them like very politely and respectfully, please be careful because you have no idea who. And I
And
promise you,
don't.
you do not want that. I promise you. And it ain't about me. I'm just the messenger. What little Scrappy say? You don't want them problems. Yes, sir. All right, Trav, we appreciate y'all, man. So we're going to wrap it up at 11:11, which is another dope number. So, yeah, with that, Big Chief, I appreciate you, bro. I'll definitely be in touch, man. I'll holler at you, man. We're going to make it do what it do in divine time again. But, yeah, family, I appreciate the love, support, and y'all keep doing what y'all do. We keep rising, and it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. It ain't over till we win. Shout out to Big Chief and the whole Ashe tribe and community. We out, family. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Don't forget to please.
Peace and blessings to the gods. Peace and blessings to the gods. How you feeling, Chief?
Peace and blessings. It's 808 right on the Lions Gate, that 88. You dig? We hitting them from the root chakra to the crown, baby.
I say, man. God, man, once again, I gotta always thank you and give a lot of love and appreciation to you, man, because you really connected worlds. And people might hate on that. I've been hearing a little slick hate and everything. I ain't gonna say no names, but they really mad that you united worlds and different groups and different people. I just got off the phone with some brothers in Africa talking about some they saw you live with Unscrubber Minds and how powerful that live was, and they in Africa talking about this stuff right now. So we'll get on that a little bit later. I named this live today Black August, and of course it's a powerful one because it's of course the Lion Gate portal. All hell Sikmet, all hell that divine energy. So it's most definitely
Divine feminine energy.
and after that, I mean, how do you feel about the Lionsgate portal? We're in Black August. You want to explain what Black August is?
Black August was a commemoration created for the Soledad brother George Jackson originally. It also extends to the recognition of political prisoners and freedom fighters that rose up from our community. Geronimo Pratts, Mutula Shakurs. We are different tribes, but we all have freedom fighters. We had freedom fighters come as entertainers. We had freedom fighters come as poets. We had freedom fighters come as dancers. Because everybody got to try to figure out from a different angle how to attack the enemy that's occupying us successfully in order to overcome. George Jackson, Soledad brother, founder of the BGF, Black Guerrilla Family. Also, he was instrumental in the military strategic thinking of the original Black Panthers out of Oakland. He used to write Huey and Stokely from prison. George Jackson was serving a 1 year to life sentence. That's what they call an illegal sentence in today's law. But at the time George Jackson was sentenced, that was just a way to try to make us submit to their system. And George Jackson was in prison having the same effect as Rod Hayes, but he was in prison with no internet. Right? He was writing letters to Angela Davis, became known as the Soledad letters. Angela Davis to his brother, to his mama, to his pops, right? And so the letters became, I think that's the book that became Blood in My Eye. The quote, Blood in My Eye, is an old Southern quote from Southern Mississippi culture. But it became made famous after the assassination of George Jackson because they murdered him because the prison guards claimed he had a pistol in his afro. But they never produced the pistol. Let that sink in. So they shoot him down on the what they say was a prison escape. We don't know whether to believe their story or not. I'm leaning where I don't believe them. But he had been telling his mama and his dad in letters, they not gonna never let me out here. They will murder me first. And his parents was trying to tell him to don't think like that, pray to Jesus. And he was like, Jesus is not coming to get me out of the custody of these people. Right? So when they finally killed him, his mama, they asked her for an interview. They asked her if she had anything to say about her son getting killed. And she turned and she looked at the reporter and she said, blood in my eye. That was all she said. And she wouldn't explain what it mean or nothing. But before they killed George, they killed Jonathan, his little brother. Right? Jonathan Jackson took over the courtroom doing his work for the community because he was trying to tell us, the ones who don't know what's going on, these courts is a fraud. The only reason why they have any power is because the police. They don't have no power. All of their jurisdiction is contrived, and I'll put my life on the line, and one day somebody gonna find out.
Thanks.
And that's why they killed Jonathan Jackson. Now we gotta remember, they took Angela Davis to trial for aiding and abetting Jonathan Jackson, and she beat the case. So they tell you